and welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. We have a lot of interesting information coming up for you today. January is a perfect time to focus on making healthier changes in your life. Today we'll meet two healthcare professionals affiliated with Midstate Medical Center and hear about the importance of yearly wellness exams. And did you ever think about being a mentor? Big Brothers Big Sisters is looking for some adults who are willing to give the gift of time and friendship. We'll hear firsthand about this organization that's helping to change lives one child at a time. And I'm here in the kitchen with Chef Barbara Mojan-Gugnonis. Welcome back to the show.
Great, thank you.
So we're making another fabulous dessert today, aren't we?
We are, and we're trying to lighten things up just a little bit after the holidays.
I think that's fair.
We're lightening up calories a little bit, but also texture and taste, so that, you know, when after a big meal, you don't have so much heavy at the end of it.
You're not so full, right?
Yeah.
So it's called a semi-Freddo?
It's semi-Freddo, and in Italian that means semi-frozen.
Okay.
So we're sort of halfway between a frozen mousse and gelato.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll get started. Look right into camera too, Barbara. Tell everyone at home what they need to do.
Sit back, relax. You're having lunch with style.
When people think about auto insurance, everybody has their own definition of value. If you're looking for the best value, call Amica. A great price is just the beginning. We'll also dig deeper and find every discount that you're eligible for, even some you might not know about. So call Amica now at 877-52-AMICA. A great price plus the coverage and service you deserve. That's the value of Amica Auto Insurance. How do you decide which auto insurance is right for you? It depends on your formula for value. That's why you should call Amica, because there are so many reasons to switch. We're a mutual company owned by our customers. So when you call, you talk directly to a company that always puts its customers first. So call 877-52-AMICA now and discover the full value of Amica Auto Insurance.
Pillsbury crescents on their own are fantastic. But add some sauce, pepperoni, and cheese, and fold up the crescent dough, and presto. Tuesday night just became Crescent Pizza Pocket-tastic. Pillsbury crescents. Let the making begin.
Why settle for plain bread? Here's a better idea. Pillsbury Grand's Flaky Layers Biscuits. In just 15 minutes, the light, delicate layers add a layer of warmth to your next dinner. Pillsbury Grand's Biscuits. Let the making begin.
There's a saying that health is wealth. The healthier you are, the less medical problems you'll have. But people often put more effort into maintaining their cars than they do their own bodies. That's why it's important to have a yearly physical. Joining me now to talk about Midstate Medical Center is Bruce Brumberger, Dr. Bruce Brumberger, and physician's assistant Jill Aboulian. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're talking about the importance of the yearly physical. A lot of people might skip over it if they're feeling well. Doctor, tell us why we shouldn't be doing that.
Well, we're trying to get people to think about staying healthy and being healthy. The old physical used to be, come in and I'll see if I can find a hidden disease. Now we're trying to prevent those diseases and make you a partner. And if we bring you in regularly and keep emphasizing, are you exercising? Did you lose weight this year? Has your cholesterol been checked? We feel that if you do it yearly, eventually you're going to decide to do some of those things. It may be the third visit before you actually start exercising 15 minutes, but the more you say something to somebody, the more likely they'll do it later on.
Sure, and getting that routine of checking
Absolutely.
numbers, that
Right.
type of thing.
Yep.
And you also mentioned that you actually review safety issues. That's something kind of new.
Yes. Do you wear your seatbelt? Do you have a fire plan? People look at me when I ask them, do you have a fire exit plan? So I ask them, do you sleep on the second floor? Yes. How many stairways go up there? 1. And if it's on fire, how do you get out of the house? And they go, I jump out the window. So I suggest, go to the store, buy a chain ladder, get a fire extinguisher. You have a plan.
Sure, that's great, Doctor. You get them thinking.
Some people, right, have never thought about it. They said, Doctor, I've never thought about it.
Jill, let me ask you why it's so important for you to know your numbers, your blood pressure, your weight, your cholesterol.
Well, it's really all about screening for illness. And if we can identify risk factors early, we can treat and manage those problems early on and a lot of times reverse conditions of prediabetes or mild hypertension effectively.
Sure. And say, for instance, you do find something. How do you counsel the patient or prepare them for treatment?
Well, I would say counseling is probably a bulk of what we do in primary care, every visit, not just on the physical. But we're touching on all things as far as lifestyle, including maybe their smoking habits or eating habits or exercise habits. We also counsel people on
well, ways to maintain a healthy lifestyle, I'm sure, right?
Perhaps, yes, yeah.
All right, and doctor, you mentioned this earlier in the interview here, developing a relationship with your primary care. Doctor, how important is that?
Well, I've had situations where I've actually had the great-grandparent all the way down to the great-grandchild in the room at the same time. Wow. If a patient looks at the doctor visit as a sort of a family issue, somewhere to go for comfort, they're liable to pay attention to what you want to say and carry out what you do. People that have a really good trust in their doctor turn to me for anything going on. The kids' school grades aren't well, dating issues. I mean, I get called for all that stuff.
You do?
Because, yes.
That's interesting stuff. I mean, how can people choose a primary care doctor, would you say?
When they ask me, I basically say, if you're in a situation where you don't know anybody, ask your friends. Who do they go to? Who do they like? Ask your people you work with. And with the internet, I mean, you can find out what I had for breakfast last Tuesday, so you can check on doctors.
It's all very public, right?
Yeah, you can check on doctor reviews, Amy's List, all that stuff.
Now, let me ask you another question. It's flu season. We're in the height of it right now. Jill, what have you been seeing this time of year?
Well, we've been seeing an abundance of flu. Unfortunately, the season is markedly worse this year than it was last year. We've been managing it through, our walk-in center and our primary care office.
Any advice for people who might be dealing with this or to prevent it?
Well, if you have symptoms of the flu, stay home, limit your contact with other people. Call your doctor or be seen early, because if we find it early, we can treat it with a shot or medicines to shorten the course of the illness.
And keep it from spreading, right?
Absolutely. And get your yearly flu shot, especially if you have certain risk factors.
Very good. All right, let's put some information up on the screen. Midstate Medical Center is located in Meriden. You can go to midstatemedical.org or call 203-694-8200. Dr. Jill, thanks so much for being here and sharing the information.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, Chef Barbara shares a recipe for a light and luscious dessert. But first, take a look at this.
Funerals are a very difficult thing for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the decisions, the details, and the high cost of arranging a funeral. That's why Funeral Advantage was formed, to help protect your family in time of need. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 cash immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It was so easy. There were no long, complicated forms to fill out, and no physical exam or doctor visit was required.
Funeral expenses are rising steadily and can easily cost $9,000 or more. But the most government benefits will pay your family is only $255, leaving your loved ones the financial burden to pay the rest.
What a relief knowing that my benefits will never be canceled and my rate is locked in for life.
If you're between 40 and 85, get the facts today that could help keep your family financially protected. Call the toll-free number to get your free information guide. Funeral Advantage is something we'll all need. There's no risk or obligation. Don't put it off. Call now.
To get your free information guide, call 1-800-576-5444. You have absolutely no risk or obligation. That's 1-800-576-5444. 1-800-576-5444. Don't wait. Call now.
Good morning!
Wow.
You want to start the day with something heart-healthy and delicious?
You're a talking bee.
Honey Nut Cheerios has whole grain oats that can help lower cholesterol.
And it tastes good?
Sure does.
Right. Wow.
Delicious, right?
Yeah.
It's the honey. It makes it taste so... Well, would you look at the time?
What's the rush?
Be happy, be healthy.
So if you're determined to stick to your New Year's resolution, this dessert might be for you. It's light and luscious without all the fat and calories. I'm back in the kitchen with Chef Barbara Mojang-Dubnoni. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Everyone likes light and refreshing desserts, right?
I do. And, you know, I'm not saying this has no calories, but it's better than what we were eating over the holidays. And it definitely has a lighter texture. So at the end of a meal, you don't feel as laden down.
I love that. It doesn't knock you out. You need a nap.
Exactly. That's right. So we're making limoncello semi-freddo. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the crust, which in here we already have. These are ginger thin crumbs mixed with butter.
Okay.
But you could use anything you sort of have in the house. You could use shortbread crumbs, shortbread cookie crumbs, graham crackers, if you have biscotti left, and just
crush it up.
Crush it up. So then you would just put the wax paper over it, and you could use your fingers or this, and it sort of taps it down, evens it out, gets you a nice, good layer of the crust. So then here we have our egg yolks, and we're going to cook them over simmering water.
How many do you have in there?
There's 8 in here. Now you never want the bottom of the bowl to touch the water, or else you'll have scrambled eggs, which you do not want that in your dessert. So you would whisk these with your other ingredients.
You separated it. You took the...
Right. The whites are away. Save them for something else. Save them for another light dessert. You can make a meringue dessert out of the whites, which is very light.
Okay.
So to this, we're going to add lemon juice and limoncello, which limoncello is an Italian lemon liqueur.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, very wonderful. And just a little bit of sugar. And we're going to add, when it's all done, we're going to add lemon zest and vanilla. But at this point, what we're going to do, and through the magic of TV, we have one already done, but we'll show you a little bit. We're going to whisk it for somewhere around 5 to 8 minutes over this simmering water. You want it to come to approximately 160 degrees. You don't really have to measure it. You can sort of tell over time if it gets light and fluffy and thick, like this one, you're good.
It's done. Okay.
It's good. So then when you would continue doing this, but when it came to that point, you would pull it off of the heat and you'd put it in an ice bath, which this bottom bowl just had ice cubes and cold water in it. Because you want to cool down the custard pretty quickly. So you just keep whisking it every few minutes. See how thick it is?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's really thick and beautiful. You keep whisking it for a few more minutes, then you would add in your lemon zest and your vanilla.
Okay.
And then when that's all done, you just fold in, it's done cooling down in its bath. You would fold in a cup of whipped cream.
Real whipped cream.
Real whipped cream. Yes, you have to use real whipped cream. So, and you would do it a little bit at a time so you don't deflate the egg yolks and the whipping that you spent all that time and energy doing.
Got it.
So basically what you're trying to do is incorporate as much air into this dessert as possible to make it as light and fluffy as possible.
This station is testing the Connecticut Emergency Alert System. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested. If this had been an actual emergency, or Amber Alert, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test.
This is. It's actually better if you make it 2 or 3 days before you're going to serve it.
Oh, I love that.
So if you're having a dinner party on Saturday night, make this on Thursday and get it out of the way. It's going to be even better. The longer it's in the oven, the more it will, the oven. No, not the oven. The freezer. It will freeze up and get nice and firm for you like you see over here.
Looks great. Now, for those people who might not know how to make their own whipped cream, what's the process?
Well, I mean, you can do it very easily by hand, and you get a good workout, and you chill your bowl, chill your whisk, chill your cream.
Okay.
And then put the cream in the bowl and just start beating it. And eventually it's going to thicken up, and you put a little bit of confectionery sugar in it and a little bit of vanilla to flavor it. And that's how you make whipped cream. Of course, you can always do it in your KitchenAid if you have one. Right? It's a lot faster and easier.
Or one of those emulsion, what's it called, an emulsion blender?
The emulsion blenders. I've never tried it with that, but it probably
works too.
You tried it. See, there you go. It
My
works.
mom has.
So, see, so then you have.
Should we do this? Should we pour this right in?
Pour it in and see what. And now the other good thing about this is, now I did this with all lemon flavoring, but you can do it with different flavorings. You could put a chocolate cookie crust and then do
even Oreo maybe.
You could, and you could do orange juice, orange zest, and orange liqueur.
Ooh.
Or you could do melted chocolate and not do any of the citrus, and then just add the melted chocolate to your cooled eggs.
I like that.
And then your whipped cream, and you have a chocolate semi-Freddo.
So we're going to cover this?
Cover this up.
Now, Barbara, people might not know, but you are also a pastry chef.
I am. That's right. I do private baking for my clients. When they need something for a party or an event, they call me, and I help them out, and I help them decide what to serve, and then I make that and bring that to them.
How can people find you?
They can find me via my website, www.troybrookvisions.com.
Very good. All right, so we're going to pop this in the freezer.
This goes in the freezer, and then when it's hard, these act as little handles, and you lift the whole thing out.
No
right
pan
out
to
of the pan.
clean.
No pan to
I love
clean.
it.
And then you put it on a platter, and this we garnished with lemon zest and a little bit more of the ginger crumbs, some blackberries.
Looks beautiful. I can't wait to try it.
Well, good.
Thanks so much for the recipe.
Thank you.
And of course, we'll have it over on WTNH.com. Coming up next, we'll tell you about a rewarding way you can volunteer and give the gift of time and friendship to a child. We'll be right back.
Connecticut's most detailed forecast is only on WXEdge.com. When you're on the go this season, stay up to date on the latest news, weather, and traffic. Just download the new News 8 mobile app. If you already have our News 8 app, upgrade to the new one today.
It's time for the Connecticut-style medical tip of the day from Midstate Medical Center. Don't think you need long periods of exercise to realize the benefits on your health. Exercise in small doses can be just as effective. Try 10 minutes of strength training in the morning, a 10-minute walk during your lunch break, and 10 minutes of activity in the evening. This medical tip is brought to you by Midstate Medical Center. Visit midstatemedical.org.
I'm Jonathan Perkins, and I want to give you some solid advice. The next time you have a dispute with an insurance company, whether an auto accident or medical malpractice claim, and you don't think you're being treated fairly, tell them, I'm calling Jonathan Perkins, and watch what they do. They know who we are, but if you do need us, call 1-800-PERKINS. Jonathan Perkins Injury Lawyers. Get the power of Perkins.
One of the greatest gifts you can give is your time and friendship. And Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwestern Connecticut is looking for people who want to mentor a child. Joining me now are Rebecca Flynn, the Marketing Communications Director, along with Devin Bollerino and Keith Phillips. Welcome to Connecticut Style, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Rebecca, first tell me a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwestern Connecticut.
Okay. We're a nonprofit agency, and what we do is match adult mentors with kids. The idea that a one-on-one mentoring relationship with a kid is going to, grow them into a more responsible adult. Sure. We're actually one of 3 agencies that operates in Connecticut, and last year we served about 480 kids.
Wow, so there's really a need for this.
Absolutely.
So Keith, you are a big brother to Devin.
Yes,
when did you guys
am.
start hanging out?
We started hanging out back in July.
And how often do you see each other?
We see each other about twice a month, every other week.
Cool.
And we do about half a day session, so.
All right. Keith, let me ask you why you decided to get involved with this.
Well, it's just a very rewarding experience. It's great. I love spending time with kids, especially somebody like Devin who's curious to try new things and, to see him experience things for the first time. And then I get to experience spending time with him, so it's very rewarding.
So Devin, tell me about some of the things you guys do together.
Well, we do mostly fun things. We would go to the beach sometimes. We would sometimes just hang out at the park, play football. We would go laser tag.
Oh, that's fun, right? Who won out of you two?
Me.
Oh, good.
We are very competitive.
Is that right?
Yeah. So
every time we go through something where it's really where we can go against each other, we always be like, oh no, I'm gonna win. Oh yeah, right, we're gonna win.
Oh, motivation. In fact, take a look at a picture we have. You guys can tell me exactly what's happening here. We're at the bottom.
Yeah. So we're at the.
Wait, Devin, is that you?
Yeah, I'm the
confused.
Yeah.
The werewolf.
I was actually a werewolf hunter that day, but we were playing miniature golf, so my costume kind of got in the way. But that was a Halloween party that the Big Brothers did, so.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Devin, I want to ask you, what is the best thing about having a big brother?
Well, you just have somebody to spend time with you, someone who helps you helps you do things. They help you try new things. They'll bring you places that you want to go.
So I bet you look forward to hanging out with Keith, right? You do. Good. Rebecca, tell us a little bit about the program, who can participate, and how people can get involved.
The littles are actually girls start at age 6 and boys at age 7.
Okay.
Up through 14 they can sign up, but they can actually stay involved in the program until they're 18. And then as far as our bigs, it's 18 and over, valid driver's license, and reliable means for transportation. And, you know, really just to want to have fun.
Sure. There must be a screening process. Tell our viewers a little bit about that.
Absolutely. What we do is there's an application process on the big side, and there's criminal background checks, things like that. And one of the things I really want to emphasize is that we do have a great training program that not only, you know, trains up front, but then also supports throughout the match. So that's good.
Sounds great. And Keith, what kind of support do you get from the organization?
They're very supportive. I mean, that's one of the best things about it is that, you know, I can call them if I have a question. Also, they talk to me, you know, a few times a month, but they also talk to Devin separately.
Sure.
So that's kind of reinforcing that the relationship's going really well, and they did a magnificent job pairing us because we both, like I said, like to try new things.
Hey, you guys seem like great buddies.
Yeah, we are.
Rebecca, there's actually a waiting list for mentors, correct?
There are, which is actually the Connecticut Broadcasting Association partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters in Connecticut and has actually put out PSAs this month for National Mentoring Month. We have about 1,000 kids throughout Connecticut that are on the wait list. So we're really hoping that this program brings those kids from wait lists to matches and then to these successful relationships like they have.
Now, is there a greater need for men or women?
You know, I would say that the greater need is for men, but I mean, we definitely have, you know, both
opportunities.
Sure.
So,
absolutely.
All right, Devin, I want to ask you what you're looking forward to doing with Keith. Any fun activities?
Well, we're going to an indoor pool on Sunday.
Oh, that's great.
And something I really wanted to do, but he's kind of scared, but is go-karting.
You're scared of go-karting? Come on, you're afraid he's going to beat you, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it comes down to?
I don't know if I'm scared, but maybe I'm just a little scared to bring him. So we'll see. We'll talk about it, and maybe we'll go-karting. So
sounds like it could be fun. We'll have fun this Sunday swimming. And for more information, you could log on to www.bbbsct.org or call 1-800-237-5437, extension 17. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Stay with us. More Connecticut Style after the break. We'll be right back.
Screeching tires and shattered glass, you're seriously hurt. But what if I told you the worst was yet to come? Don't get hurt twice. Put the winning tradition of Trantolo and Trantolo on your side and get the settlement you deserve.
Huh. It says here that Cheerios helps lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
That's true. But you still have to go to the gym.
The one and only Cheerios. This is how Mommy learned. And now, you. The one and only Cheerios.
The annual Code Winter Clearance is finally here. Only at Code Rugs can you enjoy deep discounts on all fine hand-knotted and power-loomed room-size rugs and staircase treatments. Every rug in our entire showroom is winter clearance priced to save you more. Searching on the net? Price it there, then buy it here at the best savings of the season. The annual Code Winter Clearance event going on now at Code Rugs, conveniently located in Orange and Guilford.
I'm getting a text. Hold on.
One careless decision can lead to life-altering changes. At the Heyman Law Firm, it's not just about the money, it's about accountability.
Who's got your back? 24/7 News 8.
So ladies, you want to save some money in 2013? Here's an idea. Stop wearing makeup. ABC's Katie Kirk has one woman's story.
The numbers are staggering. The average American woman spends $12,000 to $15,000 on beauty and salon treatments every year, and 160 hours grooming. That adds up to an entire week of primping in just 1 year. So what would happen if we women decided to chuck the concealer and bag the lipstick and go without makeup for an entire year? Phoebe Baker-Hyde, author of a new book, The Beauty Experiment, decided to find out.
What a man would do. He's going to take a shower, he's going to brush his teeth, he's going to put on deodorant, he's going to go maybe put on a little gel and head out the door.
Right.
Something like that. I said, well, maybe I can approximate that. So the makeup would go, hair products would go, I packed away my jewelry.
But while Phoebe says she felt more beautiful than ever after a year of no makeup, experts say society may be less open to the idea.
We do tend to see attractive people, conventionally attractive people. We see them as happier, we see them as warmer, we see them as funnier. In fact, a few studies have shown that they even get lower prison sentences or don't get convicted at all.
Check out what happened when we sent out a camera crew with Maureen, at first all dolled up, in need of help on the streets of New York. People not only stopped to help, they offered to take her where she needed to go. Then check out what happened when Maureen dressed down, with glasses and no makeup.
Excuse me?
Hardly anyone stopped to help, and when they did so with reservations.
Do you have a cell phone I could use?
I was definitely surprised because normally I don't usually wear makeup when I go out. So, and I don't really look at the reactions that people are giving me. And when I did this experiment, I really saw how differently I was treated because of how I looked.
For so many of us, giving up our beauty regimen is easier said than done.
I let my family and some of my close friends see me without makeup, but very few other people.
I order my mascara from Japan, and it's the only mascara that I'll wear.
What is it like to go without makeup? I decided to take the plunge and take it all off.
First comes off my foundation, then of course my lips. Ooh, wow. And last but not least, the eyes. Oh, I'm a total mascara junkie, and you thought I didn't wear any makeup. Ooh.
Kirk reporting. Hey, take a look at this. Elmo's superheroes are coming to town. Enter to win a family 4-pack of tickets to see Sesame Street Live at the Toyota Oakdale Theater on January 19th and 20th. To enter, just go to ConnecticutStyle.tv. We are back here in the kitchen with Keith, Rebecca, Devin, and Barbara. We are going to dig in to this lovely limoncello semifreddo.
Very good. Yes. Now, the good thing about this, real quick, you don't have to even do the crust. Just make it, freeze it, and scoop it out almost like gelato.
Well, it looks fantastic.
Even easier that way.
Devin, is this something you're going to try?
Yeah.
Looks good, right?
Yeah, Devin's going to try it.
Rebecca, one more time quickly, the website for Big Brothers Big Sisters?
It's bbbsct.org.
Very good. All right, we want to thank everybody at home for watching. Make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Everyone give a wave. Bye-bye.